Well, as you may have noticed already, Wales Today looks a little different tonight. This morning we said goodbye to the old broadcasting house in Llandaf in the north of Cardiff after more than 50 years and moved swiftly into Central Square Studios right here in the heart of the capital. And Nick Savini is in another part of our new building to tell us more.
Jen, thanks very much indeed. Well, it's a new era, isn't it, for Wales Today and indeed for BBC Wales in this very striking high-tech city centre location. But the backdrop is equally striking as well, isn't it? This is a major investment of licence fee payers' money at a very difficult time. But we believe the technology in this building will allow us to tell stories in a better way. And of course, for the foreseeable future, that means telling the story of COVID. But you know, when work started on this project some years ago now, no one could have foreseen we'd be in the middle of a global pandemic now.
Long stand by Rebecca, 1 minute to air, 1 minute to air.
A day like no other for Wales Today. Appropriately, it began with one of our most experienced presenters, Rebecca John, reading the final bulletin at our old HQ in Llandaf. After more than 50 years, the last news to come from the famous old building.
From all of us here at BBC Wales, thank you for watching and listening. Goodbye, hwyl fawr.
So to Central Square in the middle of Cardiff. Work started here in 2015 at a cost of £100 million. It's created one of the most advanced broadcast centres in Europe. And the moment, years in the making, finally got underway when the first Wales Today broadcast was aired at lunchtime. Have a good afternoon. So this is the view you'll be used to. Let me give you a view now of the studio that you're probably very unlikely to see again. And the most striking feature of this is that these cameras are not operated by any humans at all. They're fully automated and they move around in front of these three huge high-definition screens that make up the walls. Now, the bit that you do see, of course, is the newsroom where it's all put together. And the studio just sits behind the main newsroom. But the BBC is like just about every other employer out there at the moment. Social distancing rules and the fact that so many people are working from home means that this place is nothing like as busy as you would have expected it to be. It may all prove an impressive backdrop, but what do the viewers get out of it all?
Well, I think the first thing you'll see is a major difference in terms of the quality of the programming we're putting out. You know, people are watching in HD tonight, and that is a big shift. High definition, long after we should have had it, but at last our programmes are going out in high definition. On radio and television and online, the technical foundations here will last us 20 to 30 years. So this isn't just an investment for now, this is an investment for generations to come. And it says how important Wales is to the whole BBC.
And is this value for money for licence fee payers across Wales, do you think?
It's terrific value for money. This is half the size of Llandaf. We've thought about every detail of this building in terms of how we make it as efficient as possible.
The other big impact of the pandemic has been outside, sitting halfway between Cardiff Central train station and the Principality Stadium the other side. It's hard to think of a more high-profile location anywhere in Wales. The idea was to be right at the heart of a thriving, bustling city centre. Well, COVID's put paid to that, for the time being at least. An exciting time then for Wales Today, but a new beginning, certainly at an extraordinary time.
Nick Savini showing you around our new home here in Central Square. Well, Thomas is here now with the sport. And Thomas, some dire warnings about football without fans.
Yes, without financial help, the future of the game is at stake. That's the warning tonight from Newport County's chairman. With fans unlikely to return for at least 6 months, Gavin Foxall says only Premier League clubs may survive and the game desperately needs a rescue package.